Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and a Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Jayden and Joining me is my co-host, Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
I'm all right.
All right. Before we get into all the week's action and news, my collar and elbow question this week. Who was the performer of the month for January?
Oh yeah, it is the first
The
episode of the
first
month, isn't
podcast
it?
of the month. Yep.
Oh well, there's could really go with anybody here who's had a strong
Yeah.
year and strong month.
Of course, this encompasses the Royal Rumble, a couple major AEW like TV episodes like the Maximum Carnage and New Year's Bash and all that.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably assuming you're going to say Siri, which is a great guess. Because normally
Oh, of
I
course,
would
Wrestle
probably
Kingdom.
say I would probably have said Siri. I'm not going to go Siri.
All right.
I'm going to go Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa debuts in AEW, immediately wins the TNT title
Not only,
on the last day of the month.
I mean, coming in to a new company, not really, especially how his the weak career kind of ended.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really sure how it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But coming in with a bang, a big pop when he debuted, and then,
He
um,
got "You Deserve It" chance when he
yeah,
won the
you
TNT
deserve a
title.
chance when he won. It's well deserved. A fantastic match, and I think just even though it was one match this year, I think the debut being the debut, the you deserve a chance was a big part of it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, taking that chance and, um, yeah, like you said, who knows how the fan base is going to respond. I think we probably could assume that this was going to be how it is. A lot of the AEW fan base were at one time huge fans of NXT Black and Gold as well. You know, they were. I remember that was kind of a key step in me moving this direction with wrestling was starting to watch NXT because NXT at that time was kind of the middle ground between what the Indies and New Japan and Ring of Honor could offer you and what WWE could offer you. So going from NXT Black and Gold into something like AEW, there's going to be a lot of people in the middle of that Venn diagram.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we haven't seen him wrestle that style in what truly 10 years, more or less 4 or 5.
Yeah, it probably right before they went to 2.0. I would say it was the last time we really got this version of Champa. Um, but yeah, so that was awesome. For me, I mean, man, how can you argue with the tear Mystico's been on, dude?
That's a good point.
Because it's not
I
just
I
great
I I
matches.
could see that.
Like
Yeah.
every Mystico match is a great match. You love to see it, right? And I'm not usually like the numbers and the sellouts guy, but when it gets to a point where it's like, man, that's fucking ridiculous, dude. That's awesome. Like usually that kind of stuff doesn't matter to me, but if it's like very, very good, it's hard to ignore, right? And so he's been going crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Mystico as my performer of the month. On
He's
to
Before we
is
get
it?
on that, he's had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches at 4 stars or higher from Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, in 31 days. That's like one every 4 days.
Well,
He's got
when
it.
you wrestle one every 4 days, like one every like 3 days, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, on to the news of the week. Not a lot because we recorded kind of late into last week, so there wasn't a whole lot of news to go off of. It's mostly going to be Royal Rumble stuff when we get to that. But a few people have left their companies. A couple people here. First, Ava Rain gone from WWE. Um, really surprising, just based off of who she's related to. Those kind of people, like the Anoa'i Fatu dynasty, you don't really expect them to leave at all because it's
Yeah.
so engraved in WWE. But um, then she tweeted "fuck ice" from her WWE branded Twitter account. Got it deactivated immediately. What do you think of this? What do you take of this?
I mean, it's baller the way she got released, and then or her kind
Mm-hmm.
of like right now, and she just went full blast. That's
Mm-hmm.
badass. But I think it's interesting. I think it's we're finally seeing that WWE doesn't have full control over this family like they thought they did, and that though just because you know The Rock is the board of directors of TKO doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean it's gonna
Yeah.
be
Um. Yeah. No, it is, and it's really interesting that this specific person is the one that left. This isn't Jimmy Uso or Hikaleo leaving or something. You know what I mean? It's specifically Ava Rain, not only because she's The Rock's daughter, which The Rock is inarguably the biggest star out of the whole dynasty. Um, but she is an outspoken, left-leaning lesbian woman of color who got fired by WWE, or it was not renewing her contract. Now, whether that was her decision, their decision, mutual decision, I don't know if we really have all the details on that. But it is really interesting politically that that happened. Um, Hopefully, this leads to us seeing more people take a stand against WWE. I mean, we've seen Sami Zayn, CM Punk, Becky Lynch all have to make cryptic, encoded statements to speak out about anything. Um, but and I mean, honestly, bravo, getting an Irish person to do anything in an cryptic encoded way is surprising. Usually, it's a very fiery way,
I
literally.
mean I mean I mean cryptic is it was just like a I don't like ice.
Yeah,
I don't like slipping on it. Even then,
but that's still.
she still said she didn't like it.
But yeah, but you see what I'm saying, right? She had to
No,
make
I
it
know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah. She had to make like a double entendre to even bring it up. So I don't know. I guess inside the ring wise, on TV wise, two things. What do you think Ava Rain will do now? I don't. What's her real name? I know obviously it's not. Is it
Simone.
Simone Johnson? Simone Johnson.
Yeah,
Yep.
Simone Johnson.
What do you think she'll
Um,
do now? And second question: who's going to be the new general manager of NXT?
there's only one option. It is William Regal. Um, I think I think they put it on pause for now. I think she's going to focus on the thing she's started to do with her partner, which is just make couples content.
Oh, okay.
It's like travel updates and vlogs
Travel
and
vlogs and yeah.
probably some merchandise here and
Yeah.
there, something like that. Because it seems that she likes doing that more. She likes being in ICGM.
So you see, you're doing
It was
kind
more
of
authentic, yeah.
an influencer thing,
Like an influencer
maybe
YouTuber, yeah.
indie dates here
Some
and there.
vague form of content creation, yeah.
Okay, I could see. I was thinking maybe acting, content creation could be a separate role for her, different way. William Regal though, conflict of interest with Charlie Dempsey being in the company.
Oh man, Charlie Dempsey push? Oh no, how
No, no. You
terrible.
you know what would be really funny? What would be really funny is if he becomes general manager, he makes Charlie's life hell, but he lets Ren Sinclair do whatever she wants. He gives her all the title opportunities. Like he, he just lets her do whatever.
Gives her that, goes, Uriah, I've always had like you're the son I never had. Stay
Yeah,
with your brother.
yeah, dude. Just lets Ren Sinclair get all these title opportunities. Is making Charlie Dempsey wrestle like handicap matches against crazy tag teams. Like making him really earn it, and then just giving Ren Sinclair whatever she wants would be really funny. The other departure news, we got yet another black and white New Japan logo this week. Hiromu Takahashi leaving New Japan. He says there's a big dream he wants to achieve. Usually, when we hear this, It means WWE. But this is Hiromu Takahashi. Literally anything is on the table. Like his big dream could be literally anything. I have no read on this guy whatsoever. He could go into like professional water polo or something, and I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, yeah. Literally, the world is his oyster, and he might become an oyster. That could be his big dream.
His big dream could be to live underwater, just become like a fish man.
Odds are he's going to Noah.
He's going to Noah.
Yeah.
What do you think the big dream is if he's going to Noah? Beating Marufuji's ass?
He's gonna start wearing orange and doing the burning lariat, the orange crush, the burning hammer. Mm-hmm. His big dream is just to be Kenta Kobashi.
What if his big dream is GLEAT?
Fuck it. My big dream is to be the man of World Company. I'm going to GLEAT.
His big dream is to become the Stokely Hathaway of stardom.
They already have that. Her name is Fukigen Death.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe he could be the Don Callis of stardom.
Does it mean he just shave his head?
Takahashi shaves his head. I don't know. I think I'm leaning outside of Japan. I think maybe his big dream is to like maybe do like a prolonged CMLL thing or wrestle for one of the major American companies. It'd be really funny if his big dream was winning the MLW world title. Like, that would be hilarious if that's where he goes. Or, like, wrestling for NWA. It's all on the table. It's all possible.
He just holds up like a smashing pumpkin. Like, I always liked Billy Corgan.
Yeah. Yeah, his big dream is to... Yeah, so we get Hiromu versus Tyrus in a couple months.
Hiromu's always wanted to try Billy Corgan's vegan coffee. That's all.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We'll see where Hiromu Takahashi goes. I imagine he'll stay within wrestling. Also, not off the table that he teams back up with Naito and Bushi and just goes and does whatever they're doing with
just
the UK and Noah and yeah. So.
I think that's the most likely thing. I think, unfortunately, if Sonata fully leaves and Rivera comes back, I think he's doing the same thing. I think Naito had more pull than New Japan thought he had. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That is it for the news this week. Let me just skim through Dynamite and Collision, make sure there isn't anything I'm forgetting that needs to be talked about. Other than just Ciampa winning the TNT title. What do you think of Orange Cassidy, Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir, Wheeler Yuta, hair versus hair?
I hope that Tony Storm wins just because I think Wheeler, instead of shaving Wheeler Yuta bald, they should just give him like a regular haircut.
Yeah.
just give him a regular haircut.
I saw Ciampa proposed online or in an interview that him and Ricochet have a hair versus hair match where the loser has to grow their hair out.
I want it to be a draw.
Yeah.
I want it to be a draw like I do in CMLL where they both had to follow the stipulation.
Yeah. That would be crazy. But yeah, all this Wheeler Yuta fuck ass hair, it was all a build up to a Tony Storm fuckery hair versus hair match. I don't know. I'm excited to see how that turns out. Onto the Royal Rumble.
Do you want to talk about the NXT title change from tonight? I don't know. I don't think you've seen it.
I saw Joe Hendry won the NXT title. Yeah, I wasn't surprised. When I saw the lineup for that match, I was like, oh yeah, duh. They're going to do this because WWE's fan base still thinks that joke from 2.5 years ago is funny.
Listen, man, I'm proud of the dude. Just because if you can make a stupid thing, and that stupid thing gets you a job, and that stupid thing gets you a job where you're important, I'm hey, he's living the dream.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, is that the dream? You know what I mean? Do you want to be the guy known for a stupid thing?
Yeah, he's the NXT champion for a little bit. I
Yeah,
wanted to
but
be
like
NXT champion real bad.
people could stop finding that funny at any minute. I thought it stopped being funny like 3 months in. I was like, haha, cool. And then after that, I was like, this is just getting old now. But I don't know. So, Royal Rumble, I took notes as I watched this. So I think we can just go through my notes one by one here. Let me pull them up. One second. Let me figure out how my computer works. There we go. All right. So my first note, is the arena empty?
It looked like it
It looked
from the clips I've seen. It looked like it.
so bad. It's because they had this like weird like next to each seat there was like a pole with like an LED on it, and when they were lit up, the light was like shining out anything that was behind them, so you just couldn't see the people outside of like the floor seats. So it looked like they were wrestling in front of like maybe 1,000 people. Which was, and then for most of the night, it sounded like they were wrestling in front of maybe 1,000 people too. Also, the Mania sign, was that an LED? Because it looked
Yeah,
like just a big LED board.
there was no mania
Bullshit.
sign of the LED.
Bullshit.
Well,
Okay, fuck
maybe in a
WWE, fuck
month.
Saudi Arabia.
Maybe in a month if they've less than
Okay,
nice labor.
do it in fucking Columbus, Ohio. I don't care where you do it. Just why don't do it in Saudi Arabia. Do it somewhere else. Madison Square Garden, whatever. Do it there. The Sprint Center in Kansas City. Do it there. Why? Somewhere you can hang a sign, maybe. Um,
So I'll be the
so
signing. I'll hold up that sign if you need somebody to hold it up. Just fucking Jesus Christ.
the one thing I will give the crowd is the one guy with the DPW flag. That was pretty awesome.
And it's
But
nice because I looked at his Twitter. Homie cares about like all wrestling. He just
mhm,
went to this show because it was a wrestling show near him. He doesn't. He tweets about like Japan, DPW, everything else. But WWE.
that's really cool. That's really cool. Into the match. My first note: Natty not being allowed to go by Natty Neidhart is classic WWE. Also, she still sucks. Um, it's just like a classic thing. She's like getting over on her own, but so that they have to tweak it in some way to make it theirs. You know what I mean? Getting over,
Getting
yeah.
over.
Getting over, yeah. I mean, it's a thing she started doing in Bloodsport that is over with their fan base. It's over with WWE's fan base. Apparently, people like it, but I don't know. It doesn't change that she sucks. Michael Cole sounds like a parody of himself. I think there was a point in this where Lash Legend was like kicking ass, and he was like, "There's no doubt in my mind. I'm looking at a future WrestleMania main eventer." And I was like, that sounds like a line from like My Rise or something. Like it doesn't sound like Michael Cole anymore. He just, I don't know.
You're right. It sounds like they just hey, what if we just
It sounds like a Michael Cole soundboard. Like it doesn't
took it
sound
from a
like
video
him.
game?
Yeah. Um, Michael Cole did mention Pro Wrestling Wave at one point. What the fuck is that up with that?
No. So here's the name. They can name a Joshi company that not a damn soul watching that Rumble knows because everybody who was watching it didn't give a shit about the Rumble. Everybody who knows that company doesn't care about the Rumble, i.e., me.
Also, I only
But
know about it because I've spent crazy hours on Cage Match.
right, they can't fucking name Daniel Bryan,
Yeah, they
the
won't say
Pro
Daniel Bryan.
Wrestling Wave.
They'll say, yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
Who do they
That's
even name?
crazy.
Who do they even mention Pro Wrestling Wave for?
One of the women's Joshis, Julia or Asuka or Kyrie, somebody. I don't know.
It was probably Julia or Oscar. Yeah.
Yeah, it was for one. Yeah, one of the Joshis in the match. He mentioned it. Um, Brie Danielson eliminated Lyra Danielson. I don't know if you noticed that. Brie Bella eliminated Lyra Valkyria.
Why is Brie Bella? Why are they both back? Who asked
Hype
for this?
moments, aura. Apparently the
Brie
Saudi crowd. I'm telling you,
Brie
watch. Okay, anybody listening, if you haven't watched the Royal Rumble pay per view, watch it. Listen, they only pop for people who were wrestling in 2012. They only pop for the Bellas and Ray and Orton and Cody and Roman. Like it's only people who were around in 2012, 2013. That's the only people they're popping for. They aren't popping for Lash Legend or Alexa Bliss didn't even get that much of a pop, or I don't know any of these guys. Mr. Iguana got nothing. The El Grande Americanos got nothing.
La Parker got jack shit.
La Parca got jack shit. I mentioned Bliss and my Amazon robot lit up.
Alexa, why does WWE suck?
Yeah. So
Oh wait,
yeah.
hold on. Mine went off too.
So that yeah. Overall, Liv Morgan of course wins the Rumble. I think that's a solid choice. I'm not like I don't hate that. I'm
I'm
not
not. Yeah, it's not bad.
not super pop. Yeah.
They can do something with it. I'm just concerned what they're gonna do with it is gonna be Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah. Personally, I was pulling for Sol Ruka, especially when it came down to the wire. But obviously, I knew she wasn't going to win out of NXT. They've never done that. Why would they do that? Especially Triple H booking with a person of color. So I give it 3 3/4. I thought it was a pretty good Rumble. I had a fun time watching it. Well, I mean, we'll get to it later, but it was my favorite of the two Rumbles this year. I feel like I remember feeling like last year the men's Rumble was better until the winner happened, and then I was like, you know what, I prefer the women's Rumble. But I do think the women outshined the men, even if they weren't getting anything from the crowd. Do you have anything on the women's Rumble?
Nope.
Liv can now choose between Stephanie Vaquer and Jade Cargill. I think as a fan, I'm much more interested in her and Stephanie because I have just negative interest in Jade Cargill. I could not care less. I've watched her since 2020, 2021, whenever she debuted in AEW. And I've watched her just not improve for 5+ years now. So not interested. Gunther versus AJ, 5 stars. That's what I have. Any match that brings tears to my eyes is automatically a 5 for me. It was insane to watch. It was perfectly paced. It felt like old AJ again. It felt like they were getting the best out of each other, really fighting for it. And it was just beautifully done. And AJ passing out, the contrast between that and Cena, Cena tapping and because he knows deep down he's okay with it and he's come to accept it, and he he knows it's over, versus AJ who doesn't want it to be over yet, really does it, and so he passes out. He fights till the very end. I thought that was great. I thought Gunther doing AJ's entrance on Raw and choking out Dragon Lee, also really great work from Gunther. A little mini Dragon Lee feud before whatever he's doing at Mania is perfect. I like that. So, what do you think of Gunther AJ
Oh,
and
I
the whole
don't think it.
situation?
I didn't watch Rumble. Be fucking real. Uh,
What do you
you
think of
know,
just the implications?
I like where this leaves both of them. So I saw what AJ did at the end of it. He put the gloves back on. He's leaving.
Mhm.
He's not retired. He's leaving.
Yeah, he's going with Hiromu to the NWA.
He might. That let him say slurs. He might.
He wants to get the 10 pounds back.
Billy Corgan might let him say the F slur.
There we go.
Um, But it also puts Gunther, because it was for his WWE career. This puts Gunther in the career killer kind of thing. It's gonna be his
Mhm.
bit.
The problem is
It
with that bit is it's not like Legend Killer. Because Legend Killer, you could just keep bringing back guys from the 90s and feeding them to Randy Orton, right? But Career Killer, it has to be guys who are ready to retire. Like, it has to be the end for somebody or who are ready to leave WWE at the very least. So, how many guys are like that right now for
well,
this
shit,
year,
their
even?
entire fucking roster is over the age of 45. Probably all of
I
them.
mean, yeah.
Jericho,
Jericho, I could see retiring, yes. Ray, I mean, as much as it sucks to think about, Ray comes back. Like, he's been on this cycle for a while now where he gets hurt, he comes back, he wrestles for a month, and he gets hurt again. You know, when the stem cells are helping and he looks great when he is wrestling, but then he just gets hurt again. You know what I mean? It's hard to beat Father Time.
he needs
So
more stem
Ray,
cells.
I don't know, is Gunther going to retire Conan or something? Like, who can they throw at him?
Can he retire Conan?
I don't
That'd be
know. It
nice.
Yeah. So I really don't know. Lesnar, I guess maybe. As much as I would hate Gunther to be wasted on Lesnar,
But we'd never see Lesnar again.
but we would never see Lesnar again, which would be awesome. That is true. That is true. Do they bring in past people who are pretty much retired? Like, do they bring in like Rob Van Dam, put his career on the line against Gunther or something? I don't know. It's an interesting idea, the career killer. I just don't know how practical it is. Is what I'm saying.
It
Also, it
doesn't
would have been
have to be like an
really
all the time
funny if
thing.
they
It
had him.
adds to the aura.
Yeah, it would have been really funny if they had him beat Ava Raine on her way out.
Just random NXT good that shows up and just chokes the shit
Yeah,
out of
dude.
her.
Instead of like mass cuts, they just have Gunther go on like a 4-week tear where he just beats like 8 people for their careers. Um,
Do like half of the people on a level up. Is they're not gonna fucking or
yeah,
whatever the fuck it is now.
yeah. Um, Drew and Sammy, I thought was pretty good. 3.5 stars. Not a lot to say about it. I just thought it was a pretty good match between two pretty good wrestlers. Not much else there. On to the men's rumble. I got a lot of notes on this one. First, they totally were going to have Braun Breaker enter first, and then they changed it to pretend they worked people after that technical mishap
Oh, dude, 100%.
because Obafemi enters second or enters first, and then Braun enters second. Like they didn't change the booking at all, other than flipping those two. 1,000%. It's so
And
funny.
am I crazy to think that they got rid of Braun Breaker from the Rumble because they fucked up?
Maybe, maybe. Does there have to be a hooded figure on every damn show?
It's all
Do
he
they have to
knows.
do that every time?
It's all
Yeah,
Triple H and it's
all
all
he
Triple H
knows is
knows is bloodline, masked man, and fucking racism.
and shield chair. Don't forget shield
And
chair.
Shield chair. That's right, Shield chair.
Yeah. Um, best moment of the entire pay per view was when Rey Mysterio 619 to Obafemi in the dick twice. He did it 2 times. Oba was standing and he hit the 619 right in the dick. Perfect. I can't
Hey
believe he
man,
hasn't thought of this sooner as a move to do.
what if he just does this more often? It's him in the dick all the time. That'd be awesome. That would
Awesome.
rule.
Awesome. It's like who's the guy in the House of Torture that's always hitting people in the dick?
Is it not Dick Togo?
I thought it was the other guy. I thought it was Kanemaru. I thought he was
Yeah,
always hitting people in
Kanemaru.
the
Yeah,
dick.
he does that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah. He's like this is his Kanemaru arc. Just gonna start 619 people in the dick.
because much like Kanemaru, their peak was in 2006.
Yeah. Um my next note, Javon Evans has been in there for 10 minutes and he's been thrown over the top 47 times. This would continue. I think
God bless it.
by the end of the match, Javon Evans was thrown over the rope like 213 times. It was every time I blinked, Javon Evans was thrown over the top rope again, but somehow still in the match.
I think it
I
was a good.
did.
It's a good spot in my eyes, but I can see how it gets a little overkill.
Yeah, it was. It's like a curve, right? Like it was like, okay, this is too much, but then after a while, it's like, okay, this is getting hilarious. This is just funnier and funnier every time he avoids getting eliminated. Um, I loved the Los Grande Americanos spot, but I can't believe they're trying to make Gable the babyface
Oh
in
yeah.
this.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves Kaiser as Grande Americano. He
Well,
took like a weird racist
Of
AI
course they're trying to make
thing.
it Gable the baby face. It's because he's the racist one.
Yeah. Not saying Chad Gable is racist, just the version of the gimmick they gave him was much more racist coded than the version Grande of that Kaiser. See, I'm just calling him El Grande Americano now. That Ludwig Kaiser's been doing, which feels much more like he's trying to be a traditional luchador. Like he's almost playing like the bad guy from Nacho Libre. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Just kind of a
mm-hmm.
sophisticated, rich, famous luchador. Whereas Chad Gable, it's a haha, look at me, look at this white guy as a look, I'm a white guy as a luchador. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, Royce Keys debuted in the Royal Rumble. What did you think? I'm sure you saw this. Would they put up Powerhouse Hobbs on the screen and then it like a little animation thing, and then it was Royce Keys? What did you think of that choice? Also, super jealous you're drinking out of a Culver's cup right now. I want Culver's so bad now that I saw that.
I'll be real. I think it's a good move when the name is fine. The problem is if they do it again, it will be a shitty name.
Yeah, yeah. If
Because
it's with it, it's evil into sinister.
you can't call him Sinister. I'll fully expect the fucking Sinister Minister to come out.
That's true. That's true.
Sinister
They,
Minister and Evil will be the funniest tag team of all time.
oh my god, that'd be so funny if they brought back the Sinister Minister
What's
to
he doing? He's still doing
manage.
coke and still doing some cocaine in that NWA.
I think so. Yeah, I think I imagine that's where he is. I'm trying to think of an example of someone they brought over and changed their name that was like really bad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
feel like if I was tapped in at the time and like I knew who Tyler Black was, and then I found out he was going by Seth Rollins, I would have been like, that's a dumb name. Tyler Black is an awesome name. Why would you change it to Seth Rollins? But I've just kind of known him as Seth Rollins the whole time, so it just sounds normal to me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but yeah. Next up, where were we? Oh yeah, Royce Keys. Jesus Christ, Keys nearly killed Javon with that spine buster. Royce Keys came in and just immediately tried to make all of Javon Evans' organs explode. That didn't sound right. It's
yeah.
not
I know
that.
what you
This is
mean.
this is an AEW. I should have. He tried to murder him. Oh, I have a Cody Rhodes hair theory. I noticed throughout the match, Cody Rhodes' hair was bigger than usual, and I think he's going to try making it bigger all year to look as Guile-like as possible when the movie comes out.
Fucking summer 2026. His hair is just like a fucking Slim Jim.
Yeah, it's so big because it was like noticeably, but it almost looked like he was wearing a wig of his own hair on top of his hair. Like it was just so much more than usual, and I think he's trying to guile it out for like, you know, brand activation or whatever, cross sponsorship, whatever. Like
Does that mean that Hiroki Goto's gonna get as
synergy.
fat as possible?
That'd be really funny if Rukiko just kept getting really fat. He's like Mac and It's Always Sunny with a trash bag full of chimichangas or whatever it was.
Oh
But he's
yeah.
fat back. making Yoshihashi like push him to the ring and like on like a wagon.
No. They just buy the Andre the Giant fucking WrestleMania thing and they just ride
No,
out on that.
the Ace Mobile from Tanahashi's retirement. They make it the Goto Mobile.
Young Lions included, right?
Yeah, Young Lions included.
Fucking
Young Lions.
Zane J is just there, just single-handedly trying to push the Ace Mobile.
La Parca, crazy. That I was not expecting La Parca at all. That was nowhere near on the list of people I thought would be in the Rumble. But because of La Parca, we got a Super Porky mention by Michael Cole. Or no, by Wade Barrett. Michael
Rest
Cole
in
brought up Los Brazos, and then Wade Barrett brought up Super Porky.
rest in peace, Sir Porky.
Yeah, awesome. Fuck, I can't remember who now. My note just says botched high five. I can't remember who botched the high five though. Two people teamed up. They tried to high five, just missed. Oh yeah, and then here's my note that says Javon has gone over the top rope no less than 100 times now.
God bless him, you know.
Oh, next, I bet you can guess who this one's about. Fucking hilarious that this guy once said he wants to be more than an entrance. Yeah. He comes down, he does his whole entrance. He does his entrance for so long that he barely gets into the ring before the next guy comes out, whoever that was. And then once he's in there with Roman. Oh, it is Roman. Roman was next.
Can you pause it for a
So,
second?
yeah, 1 second. Okay, so Roman was the next guy. And
Right.
by the time Jay got down to the ring, Roman's music hit. Like, so then he comes in, and then Jay runs it back. And then Roman's like, do it again. And then right before he can, Roman punches him and turns on him. But insane. And then now Jay's talking about all the hate the bloodline gets and all this on social media, kind of like posting Instagram stories like he's like a sad 15-year-old girl. Here's the thing though. It's because most of them are bad. You know, Roman is good, but he was a boring fucking choice for the Royal Rumble winner. I mean, he's gonna get a WrestleMania match regardless. Like, it doesn't really matter. He could just kind of walk in and get whatever match, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it felt like an opportunity, and it's. I know you can argue other times have been like that. Like in 07, like the Undertaker was going to get a WrestleMania match, but it felt more special that it happened. Maybe because Undertaker hadn't won a Rumble before, like he didn't need it for the resume. Roman didn't. But so people are just criticizing Roman as the winner, not even really criticizing Roman, just saying that a part-time Roman Reigns shouldn't win the Royal Rumble. Jimmy is awesome. Jay sucks. He's just an entrance, so people are hating on him. People will hate on Solo, Hikuleo, Tamatanga, Tangaloa. People love Jacob Fatu. So I don't know what he's talking about. Like, there's a reason that your family gets hated on because you guys aren't very good. You know, you guys aren't the wild. You're not the Wild Samoans and The Rock and Umaga and Rikishi and Yokozuna. You know what I mean? Like, these guys were just better than you. So I gave the Rumble 3.5 stars. Also, match of the night was easily Gunther AJ. Like I said earlier, the better of the Rumbles was the women. Did you have anything that you saw from the men's Rumble, or did you want to comment on Roman as the winner and him targeting your boy CM Punk?
I think Roman is a bad winner, but I think Punk Roman might be a pretty okay match.
Yeah, I think so. I think if they keep everybody else out of the feud, like just make it about Roman and Punk. You can
Well,
talk about the history with the other guys and with Heyman, but don't
as
have
long as
anybody
you
actually
don't
on
make
screen with
it,
them.
what they're doing right now isn't very good. But like, the match
What
will
are
be
they
pretty
doing right now?
fun. You can guess.
Is it Bloodline lore?
No, it's the CM Punk lore.
Oh,
You left us.
yeah. I'm
Boo.
I'm more fine with that than them running back more bloodline bullshit, honestly.
That's fair.
Because like realistically, a lot of people that were around then would want to get their shots in on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Seth feud dragged on too long. That's the only reason that was really a problem, was they just kept going with it. But like the initial idea of like Seth being mad at Punk for leaving, like yeah, that makes sense. Just like if Cody ever goes back to AEW, people should be mad that he left. Kenny and Hangman and these guys that were around, the Bucks and FTR, like anybody he turns to that was there when he left, shouldn't be happy with him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, especially if he leaves WWE the way Punk left WWE, or especially if Cody had left AEW the way Punk left WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it. You want to talk? I guess tape the light tubes, take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
Oh, let me put that I got rid of that fucking tab. Well, we got some more collective announcements. I think it's gonna be the big thing is just the collective announcements up until we get to the actual week of. We got some huge ones this week, though. Huge Japan ones, actually, this week. We're gonna start with the ones from today. We have some more announcements for the MDK Fight Club. Vipress and Mr. Danger are coming to that Fight Club. And everyone's gonna go crazy with it. Joey Janela Spring Break 10. The Sandman's having his last match, as if it didn't go terrible last time.
Mm-hmm.
Then
So it's probably going to be Joey versus Sandman, I'm assuming.
I would assume because they kind of have been hinting to what Kogar's doing. For Bloodsport, Masashi Takeda, the crazy kid, the deathmatch legend,
Wait,
is coming to Bloodsport.
does that make Joey Janela the ECW version of what Gunther is doing to 2010's WWE guys? He's the
Yeah, but
ECW.
the killer thing is a little it's for Joey. But so the crazy kid's coming to uh Bloodsport,
Mm-hmm.
and then announced by Joey Janela, Hayabusa 2
Hell
is
yeah.
coming to Spring Break. And all the footage they used was lovingly gifted to them by Zero One.
Nice. Well, of course. I'm sure you signed off on that.
This is all part of my master plan. In terms of not collective stuff, the next title fight is going to be Ali Cash versus Atticus Cogar. The day after that, Atticus Cogar, Sam Stackhouse for the title. If
Isn't Jersey Jacobs this week, right?
it is true, is this week they did release the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
It is looking like it's going to be a good tournament. We're going to have one
Who
surprise entrant.
do you think's going to win?
Well, I could see Billy kind of going repeating. She has a very easy schedule in her side.
Mm-hmm.
I could see her losing to KJ Orso though. I could see Adam Priest or Gresham winning it.
Adam Priest is who I think should win it.
That's a
That's who I would
first
pick.
round matchup, by the way. Unfortunately, Gresham versus
Yeah,
Priest.
Priest Gresham is crazy. That's a crazy first round match. I saw that earlier too. I was just looking at the card. Um, Dark horse pick though. What about Eric Stevens?
I could see that.
Yeah, I
He's a
think
little
that'd be kind of
old.
my dark horse. Well, that's why. I think that's why it would be kind of surprising and kind of out of left field.
And also on there, the Jersey Lotto, the little Rumble style match they do, is returning the date night too.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got for that. Boys, Super Power Slam was this weekend, and if you're wondering, yes, the idea of Paul Walter Hauser versus um versus Mad Dog Conley worked.
Yeah. Anything else?
We're going to talk about how the auction is currently going on for a couple more days. For Superpower Slam, all proceeds are going to the Little Oak Center for Neurodevelopment in the Philly area.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot for sale. There's going to be a VIP trip to the opening of the Tekla and uh, Lee Moriarty art exhibit in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Matt Cardona worn T-shirt from SmackDown, autographed. Mike Bailey autographed ring gear. A makeup tutorial from Nixie XS, and who has very iconic makeup.
Mm-hmm.
An Effie gift box, including a spike from his leather jacket.
That's cool.
And to me, the most interesting outside of lobster dinner from Janela, because that's kind of interesting,
Yeah.
is you can you can and Brett Lauderdale can shoot the shit. You can pick his brain at a Starbucks and just figure out how the fuck he does this shit.
Huh. Okay.
Also,
That would be interesting.
the most expensive thing right now is the ring worn boots from London Guth from Willow Nightingale.
By who?
Willow Nightingale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see why that would be the most expensive. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
All right. On to our favorite things of the week. Of course, is where I will hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. Shane hands out the gold, silver, bronze handshake. So Shane started off. What gets the bronze handshake this week?
Uh, this is gonna be silly, but Pro Wrestling Wave getting a mention on the Royal Rumble was my third favorite thing of the week because it kind of just came out of fucking nowhere.
That is, yeah, it shocked me. Like when he said Stardom, I was like, yeah, it's whatever. And then he said another company, I was like, okay. And then he was like Pro Wrestling Wave, and I was like, what the fuck?
Like, how do you know what that is?
Yeah, I don't know. My bronze is going to go to Swerve and Andrade from Dynamite. I thought that was a great match. Really loved that main event, so I'm going to go with them. What's your silver handshake?
I'm gonna go with from Dynamite Andrade versus Swerve. We already did that one, didn't we?
I think you did. You had seen it already. I hadn't watched it yet, so
Okay,
I
yeah,
just threw it
okay,
in on.
okay. I'm gonna go with Ciampa versus Mark Briscoe then.
That is also my silver. I really liked. I thought it was a really great match. Really interesting choice to have Ciampa come in and beat Mark Briscoe right out the gate. I wonder where Briscoe will go from here, but I know they'll keep him in the mix because Tony Khan loves him. So, and so do all of us. So we'll see where that goes. Gold handshake, Shane. Where are you going to give it?
Jet Speed versus Genesis.
Jet Speed. Where was this? Was this on the charity show?
Super Power Slam, yeah.
Okay, sweet. My gold, I give it 5 stars. Obviously, it's going to get my gold here. Gunther versus AJ Styles. I think absolutely was the best thing I saw this week. So I'm going to go with them. On to the lightning round. I'm going to tell Shane what matches we're going to get on AEW TV this week. He will give me his excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10. First off, Adam Page versus Mark Davis.
A 7.
7. Kenny Omega versus Andrade El Idolo. Winner advances to a AEW World Title #1 contenders match at Grand Slam.
10, and I hope they draw.
That would be interesting. Really like that. Ricochet versus Jack Perry for the AEW national title.
5.
And a world title eliminator, MJF versus Brody King.
10.
Okay. All right. On Collision, parking lot brawl, Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, Desmond Xavier, and Zachary Wentz versus Grizzled Young Vets, Big Bill, and Brian Keith.
An 8.
Okay. 10 of the week for me, Omega Andrade, for sure.
Not agree.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Would you rather the week, Shane? Would you rather take a chop from Gunther right now, Gunther today, or a kendo stick shot from Prime Sandman?
Kendo stick shot. I took a chop like 2 months ago, and that shit stung for like 20 minutes.
It does. Remember when Joka chopped me
Yeah,
on the
y-
podcast? Yeah.
yeah. Um, I'm gonna
But
go with Ken
you gonna go with the kendo stick from Sandman?
because it's either in the head or in the on the back. The head's gonna hurt like shit, but the back there's more
Dude,
mass there.
I feel like the kendo stick shot's gonna sting pretty bad too. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah, it's
That's
fair,
gotta.
but
Plus, it's Prime Sandman ECW. He's not holding back. He's not giving you anything. He's gonna
he
swing
also might
through
miss
you.
because he's gonna be drunk and or high. So I'm gonna keep that in mind too.
Yes, that is true. That is true. I don't know which one I would pick. Honestly, they both sound horrible. I think I would take the kendo stick shot just because I find that a cooler story. You know what I mean? I think it's
Yeah,
cooler to me to be able to say I got hit with a kendo stick by Sandman than chopped by Gunther. As cool as it would be to get chopped by Gunther, I think I
to
would
be
go kendo
to
stick.
to be fair, I don't think current Sandman would hold back either.
That's true. That's true. But he's probably not as strong as he used to be. So that's why I wanted to go Prime Sandman.
That's fair.
He's got more whip in it. More, yeah.
I mean, I almost paid $100 to see him to have Monty Brown fucking pounce me into the moon if he went to Dallas.
That's true. That's true. That would be awesome. All right. If you want to listen to more of us, 2006 Royal Rumble Classic is up. More classic reviews, of course. WWE, WCW, ECW, New Japan, uh, all over the place. All kinds of companies. So check those out, and don't forget to enjoy wrestling.